Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Prepping by Faith, and today I wanted to go over my top 10 big ticket items that I think you should consider purchasing with your tax return. Now I know some of us are going to be getting larger refunds than others, so don't go into debt over any of these items. But I thought it might be a good idea to put a list of more expensive prep items you may not have thought about together so you have an idea of what to spend that money on. Number 1 on the list is a water filtration system. I'm talking something more expensive like a Big Berkey and extra filters. I'm not affiliated with Big Berkey, but I think they are one of the best in the business. When you're looking at getting a water filtration system, you want one that is going to last and also that is going to filter out as many contaminants as possible. The Big Berkey filters remove 99.9% of fluoride, viruses, bacteria, lead, arsenic, iron, mercury, chlorine, pharmaceuticals, petroleum contaminants, and heavy metals. And they remove even greater than 97% of radioactive substances like uranium and radium. It filters up to 3,000 gallons per element. So I think this is something that we definitely want to consider. All of us need clean drinking water in an SHTF. Number 2 on the list is long-term food. If you've been putting off purchasing long-term food because you don't have the money, maybe now is the time to pick some up. We've discussed the churchofjesuschrist.org as a good place to start for some of your long-term basics, many of which can last up to 30 years. There are also other alternatives like Mountain House and Augustin Farms. I regularly purchase spare cans of Augustin Farms that go on sale on Amazon or Walmart online. This is an easy way to fill in when you don't have the money to get larger quantities. Number 3 is a generator. Whether this is a gas generator or a solar generator, it's up to you. If you have the room to store the gas for it, maybe a gas generator is where you want to start. If you don't have the room, then maybe solar is the option for you. I don't personally own a gas generator because I don't have the room to store the gas, but I do have a Blue Eddy and a couple of the Jackeries. As far as solar goes, purchase whichever one you can afford that is going to get you the maximum amount of watts. Number 4 are self-defense tools. I think everyone knows what I mean here. I'm talking boomsticks and freedom seeds. If you're just starting out, I would suggest 9mm because it's pretty versatile. Ultimately, you want to purchase whatever you are comfortable with. A good place to start may be going to a club to try out what they have available and get a feel for what you like. There are many places to purchase online. Just remember, you will owe the FFL dealer a small fee to pick it up once it arrives locally. Number 5 on the list are saws. This is an often overlooked item, especially if it isn't something we regularly use now. I would suggest everything from your silky saws to a chainsaw and even a small table saw. Some of these are going to need gas or electricity to operate. This is why you either want to have gas stored or some sort of a generator to operate them. Saws can be used for many different things, including taking down trees for firewood and cutting wood to construct various things later. Number 6 is a tent. I think this is one everyone should have, and if you are a single person, maybe this isn't as expensive of a prep. But if you are a family of 4 or larger, these can get pretty pricey. When it comes to a tent, I wouldn't mess around with cheap alternatives. I would try to stick to name brands like Coleman that are rated well and you know are going to last. These come in handy not only for bugging out, but also for bugging in if it's cold and you have no other heat source indoors. Number 7 is a portable greenhouse. This is one I'm currently looking into. I think we should all have one and possibly more than one. If we ever had a catastrophic event like a nuclear attack or a volcanic eruption, it would be very difficult to grow food outdoors. We know we are going to have to be able to continue to grow food in an SHTF because no matter how many preps we have stocked up, we will run out eventually. Number 8 is a solar oven. There are other items you could plug in here like a camping stove and propane. However, I think this big ticket item is something we all should have. I wouldn't go with just any old one either. An American Sun oven is rated very well and appears fairly easy to use. You can cook everything from bread up to a 20-pound turkey inside of it. And in a future video, I intend to take mine outside for you and test it out. We need to be trying out all of our preps, and I think this will be a fun one. Number 9 on the list is a Mr. Buddy heater. We need some sort of a heat source. Now, this won't last you in a long-term SHTF situation, but it would definitely be handy for a shorter-term one like a blizzard or an ice storm when you've lost your power. I'm sure many people in Texas last year would have given their eye teeth for one. This won't heat a very large area, but it will keep a small room warm, and that's really the most important thing anyway. Number 10 is an EMP Shield. Again, I'm not affiliated in any way, but with all of the tensions going on between countries that are very capable of setting off an EMP, I think we should all consider having one. They make them for your vehicles and for your home. I know many of you wonder what the point would be if there is no hope of power being restored anytime in the near future. I have them because there is no price too great placed on my husband being able to get home quickly or my children. As far as power in my home goes, I would like to at a minimum be able to save my largest freezer so I can keep meat and cheese for as long as possible. If I let my freezer get hit in an EMP, I'm not going to be saving anything. Now, these are just some things I think we should all consider. Most of us are going to be getting a tax refund of some size, some obviously larger than others. I know we say we can't afford these items, and probably most of us can't right now. But when we get a decent amount of cash in one go, we should consider picking up some of the things on our list, especially bigger ticket items that we have been putting off. Some of these things may not even cross our minds at the time, so I thought it would be good to have a list for you to think about. If this video has helped you today, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless.